Welcome to Stress-Free Living. This is a free self-hypnosis audio program. Hi, I'm Dr. Nikki Goldman. If you enjoy this, please consider some of our other self-hypnosis self-improvement programs. Just go to drnikkigoldman.com, and I'll spell that for you. DRNIKKI Goldman, GOLDMAN.com. If you want to end your struggles, suffering, and pain, and learn how to live happier, healthier, and better equipped to cope with everything life sends you, go to the website drnikkigoldman.com. During this self-hypnosis session, you may find you alternate between listening to the words and drifting without any conscious listening at all. This is to be expected. You cannot do anything wrong with this self-hypnosis program. If you find you're listening consciously, great. If you find you are not, no problem. Let your mind do whatever it wants. If you fall asleep, do not concern yourself. Your unconscious mind never sleeps. By the end of the recording, you will awaken. Do not listen to this while driving or operating machinery. It is extremely dangerous. This should only be listened to when you can close your eyes and relax. So let's get started. Now kick back and relax, silence your phone, and prepare for a wonderful, deep, peaceful mini vacation. There was a time in the past which you felt joyful, relaxed, and very much at peace. Perhaps it was during a vacation, or maybe at home playing with your dog or cuddling with your cat. As you allow yourself to search for this wonderful time of pleasure, it will come easily to mind now or in just a minute or two. You may see it vividly or not so vividly, or you may have a thought about this picture and memory. Maybe it gave you a thrilling sensation, or perhaps it is more of a quiet comfort. As you hear my voice, the more easily this wonderful feeling from the past comes to you now. Think of the color blue or whatever color you will now associate with this pleasure and relaxation. Notice if the picture is more vivid now as you pay attention to where in your body you feel the deep relaxation. Perhaps you can feel the weight of your head on the back of the furniture, the weight of your body being totally supported by the furniture. If you were to experience this wonderful feeling of pleasure now that you can take it into your future, can you imagine how you can cope better with anything life gives you? When you are at peace now that the world as it is, you can accept it. You can decide the difference between things you can do something about and things you cannot. So take a moment now to reflect on something that has caused you stress. As you mentally review this series of events, imagine you can stack them into two different piles. Pile 1 is for those things that you have no control over. Perhaps this was other people's behavior towards you, or other people's judgments. Also, the other cars on the road, whether it is sunny or rainy. The sun in the sky and the ocean waves are all beyond your control. So think about the things that have bothered you in a specific situation. How much had to do with things beyond your control? Now, take those things now and put them in a pile. See the pile. Maybe you can feel it next to you on one side. Good. Now allow yourself to realize the things you can control. Perhaps your anger towards someone who has wronged you, or maybe the attitude you have towards something you don't like. Imagine you put those in a different pile next to you on the other side of you. We'll get back to those in just a minute. Now imagine a hot air balloon with a big, huge basket. This balloon is a vehicle from your consciousness to your wisdom self. Now take the pile of things that were out of your control and put them in that balloon. Good. Are they all there yet? Now release the balloon and watch it going up higher and higher, past the tallest trees, beyond the clouds, until you can no longer see it. Can you feel the sense of relief? Your wisdom self will take care of those things for you. And now you can focus all of your attention on those things that are within your control. Let's talk about your thought process about what occurred. What is that thought process? Do you blame someone else for your anger? Or do you realize that it is up to you to work through your own anger and deal with it in a way that allows you to work through it and let it go? So whatever the thought process is, or your attitude towards what occurred, imagine for just a moment that you have some empathy for whomever it was that did whatever they did. They must have some reason as to why they did what they did. Maybe they were frustrated that day. Maybe they had very traumatic thing that happened to them. Now, this is not an excuse to misbehave towards you. However, it will help you to reach into your compassionate side, and once you do that, you can then let go of your anger. Perhaps the person who's almost sideswiped you on the freeway. Perhaps he just lost his job. You don't know what's going on in other people's minds. You don't know the troubles that they have. And for whatever reason, they behaved in such a way because it was the best way they knew how to cope with whatever it was that was going on for them. Good. Now, notice if your attitude has shifted a bit. Can you now forgive whatever may have happened? And even if you don't forget, can you forgive the person and let go of the anger or the frustration or the sadness or whatever else it might have been? Good. You will get better and better at this as you practice it. So for now, as you choose that other hot air balloon, create another one, and put in that hot air balloon the desire to take charge of your own attitude in such a way that you can leave any situation feeling much better about yourself and in charge of your own attitude and feelings and behavior. Good. So get ready now. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. On 3, let yourself be wonderfully refreshed and alert, ready for the rest of the day. You will only be quite alert and very energized until bedtime. As soon as it's bedtime, you will discover that a wonderful wave of tiredness comes over you. And by the time you put your head on the pillow, you will drift into a wonderful, peaceful nighttime sleep. You'll sleep deeply throughout the night. You'll wake up wonderfully refreshed and alert the next morning. So, 1, beginning to move your arms and legs around a little bit. Getting reacclimated to being here in the room wherever you are. And 2, and 3, wide awake, open your eyes, wonderfully refreshed and stretching. Thanks for listening. Be sure, if you have gotten value from this, that you go to my website and sign up for other self-hypnosis programs. The website again is drnikkigoldman.com. That's drnikkigoldman.com. Thanks for listening.